This is going to be how to identify your revenue goals, whether you've met them, what your most profitable marketing is, and how you can do more of it in the upcoming year. So this is a perfect thing to do at year end. Now, the way that you're going to identify the most profitable 20% of your marketing is a 3-step process. The first thing you're going to do is to set up some marketing goals or revenue goals. And these are going to be goals that we will set up online. And I'll also be showing you how you can measure the most profitable marketing you do, even if you haven't set up goals. But it's actually going to be easier to do if you set up goals. And you'll see why that is. Then once you've got your goals, you're going to review reports. And again, if you're not a spreadsheet person, I promise, your eyes will not glaze over. By setting up goals, it makes this easy peasy. So after you review your reports, then you're going to identify the top 20% of your revenue generating campaigns and products so that you can focus on those in the upcoming year and be more profitable. Now, the way that you do all of this is in Google Analytics. Now, this is a double-edged sword because Google Analytics has more data than most people could ever want. So anything that you need to know about how people find your website, what they do on your website, how they buy on your website, what they buy, how much they buy, what time of day they buy, the demographics, all those things are on your website or are on Google Analytics. However, the downside to that is it takes a lot of work to drill down to that data. So what I'm going to be showing you today is the most effective and efficient use of your time in identifying your profitability. It's how to get into Google Analytics, get what you need, and then get out so that you can be more profitable. It's basically the same focus that I have on my training classes. I want you to be able to get in, get what you need in your lessons, and then get out and do it. So this is the same thing for Google Analytics. Unless you're a data wonk, you don't want to spend all day in it. Now, I'm not going to cover the basics. This is a rather advanced webinar, but I do have the basics available for you within social media online classes. And so if you need to know how to install Google Analytics, there's a plugin that you can use, and you can click on this link in the slide deck, which will be available in the bonus webinar vault, and it will take you to the blog post for this. There's also a blog post I did a couple of years ago on how to measure your year-end social media results. And this is more about correlation than it is about proven statistics. But it's a great place to start. And then if you'd like to know more about how people use your website, the Google Analytics Made Simple bonus webinar is an excellent resource. But I'm assuming that you have already got Google Analytics installed and that you've probably taken a look at it or your webmaster has. And so here's how we're going to dive in and identify your profitability. The first thing that you need to do is to set up some goals in Google Analytics.